I need to get electricity out to this property. All right, so in today's video, what I'm going to do is put together a temporary power pole. What I have to do is attach the box to a 4x4. I have to have some 2-inch conduit. I have to connect the grounding rod line and then lay it all on the ground right here so the electric company can put it in. Okay, so if you're doing this in your area, you need to check your local codes. Some counties are very restrictive and some aren't as much. So basically what I did for this particular situation, I got a 4x4. I got a preset meter base that has two 20 amp circuits in it already. Then I got a wire to connect to my grounding rod. And then I got a 2-inch connector that I'll punch out and put on the bottom with 2-inch conduit. And then I've got a grounding rod that I'll lay next to it as well. So what I'm going to do is connect the ground wire and then connect the pole to the 4x4. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole to run my copper wire through. There's a little knockout here, but it's over and it's out of the way. And I tried to knock it out and I didn't want to knock out easy. So I'm actually going to drill the hole for this wire over in this corner just to make it easy to travel up to where I need it to. So now this wire can run up through and connect into my grounding area up underneath in the box. Now, before I hook that up, my next step is to knock out this bottom so I can put in my 2-inch connector for my conduit. So now my next step is to put in my 2-inch pipe connector, put my threaded piece on here, tighten up around here, make that nice and tight. Also, one quick note, this is for underground power. If you have overhead power coming in, it's a little different setup. Obviously it's coming in from the top, but this is underground power, so it's coming up in from the bottom. Make sure that's good and tight. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the box to the pole. So I am going to screw it into the pole. So what we want to do is basically just center this on the pole. We want to use some large screws to hold it in. Okay, so the next step is we're going to screw the box to the pole. So I've got some wood screws to do that with.
Of course, you just use your drill driver to secure the box to the 4x4 pole. The next thing we need to do is take our grounding wire and connect it inside the box. To do that, we are going to have to remove that panel that's in the way to get to where we need to connect it. This is a pretty heavy gauge wire, so you will have to kind of manipulate it as you get it through underneath so that you can connect it in. Once you have it in place, just make sure that you have it securely fastened so it doesn't come out. Once your ground wire is secure, it's time to put the box back together.
All right, so when they told me to set this up, they said they wanted a full 8-foot pole and then they wanted the conduit in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the conduit up just a little bit below where the pole will go so that they can fish their wire in. So I'm going to cut it right out there. All right, so the next step is to glue our pipe in using the glue that's made for the electrical conduit. So what I'll do is I'll clean the inside of that with this and then put some on the pipe, put it together.
Now it's time to secure the conduit to the pole. I was originally going to get some staples for the wire as well, but I decided to go ahead and just secure the ground wire with the clamps. And I figured, hey, if it's out of code, the guys with EMC will fix it because those guys are pretty good guys. Because the pole will be sitting on the ground, I'm covering it in a plastic bag to keep it from getting nasty and kind of messed up before the guys from the electric company come.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this over, set it down, and then I'm going to connect my rod to my ground line.
So once the pole is laying where they want it, the only thing left to do is connect the grounding rod. So basically what I'm going to do is I take my wire, I take my little clamp, I connect it just to the side. They'll have to unhook it and redo it when they get here anyway, but I want to make sure it's connected so it doesn't get lost.
If you found this video to be helpful, go ahead and give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel. For more videos like this, check out our playlists. Also, you can check out our website at www.befreebenson.com. Remember, doing things yourself allows you to be free. See you in the next video.